Today is April 20th. It's a greenlit day for hitting up your friends, spending some good quality time with them. But to be blunt, a lot of people don't realize there's some pretty cool history on this day. Going back from the Stone Ages to now, I'm sure we can hash out at least 3 interesting topics to bring up. We'd best get started. Basketball. There's no performance enhancing drugs on this guy. He's an all-star bucket shooting NBA legend. And we're going back to one of his root games. Did you know on this day in 1986, Michael Jordan sets an insane single game scoring record in the NBA playoffs? With the joint effort of his teammates, he scored 63 points against the Boston Celtics at the ripe age of 23. Despite this, he still lost the game with a final game score of 135 to 131. Still, this was one of his earlier games, and he had plenty of room to grow. Now, we take a turn into the League of Nations, the precursor to what is known today as the United Nations. We won't get into the dank and dirty, but on this day, April 20th, 1946, the League of Nations officially dissolved and disbanded. They closed doors and put up a sign that says, "Keep off the grass." The head honchos in the League of Nations all met up on the 18th, and on the 19th stated, "With effect from the day following the close of the present session of the Assembly, the League of Nations shall cease to exist except for the sole purpose of the liquidation of its affairs as provided in the present resolution." So unofficially they close on the 19th, but officially and technically they close on the 20th. And that's the best kind of correct. I guess you can say the League of Nations went up in smoke. Now we get to one of the biggest trailblazers of all, the US Surveyor 3, an uncrewed lander sent out by NASA to do some sciencey stuff on the moon. On April 20th, 1967, the US Surveyor 3 landed on the moon and began to send data about the moon's terrain back to NASA. Why was this important? Because the data sent back was used to determine if the ground was sturdy enough to support a little thing called the Apollo Lunar Module. You know, the thing that transported Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin to become the first people on the moon. This is truly one of the highest high on 420, quite literally higher than almost everything else. So yeah, this day is chock full of history. Some of the days past is a little bit half-baked, but you shouldn't pass this day by. No matter how bleak, remember, there's always greener grass on the horizon. If this video was entertaining, smash that like button. Maybe light up that subscribe button for some more random facts. And stay safe, folks.